I'm going to stop the share because I'm interested in reading these. All right, what is going on, everybody? John Marone here, the CINC conversion specialist. And today we are going to do some live role playing. So I'm going to pull some people up. We're going to do some live role playing, but I asked a question before. And that question is, if 2021 was a newspaper headline, what would it say? And there's a reason why I asked this, but I'm curious. Drop into the chat. So Dora says the real estate tycoon. We also got, she got momentum. I love it. Great success. Let's see some other ones in here. Disruption. Boom, boom, boom. I love it. Keep them in there. And there's a reason why, guys, because we are, we're looking at what, like 15 days left of the year, something like that. And with the year coming to an end, have you truly reflected yet of the year that we're in? So there's a process to goal setting, right? And I kind of might even talked about this on the last call, but a lot of you guys are going right into goal setting without reflecting. Tell me if that's what you guys do. Do you plan for 2022 and jump right into it, setting all your goals? Or do you take some true time to reflect at a very deep level of how 2021 went? Let me know, drop it to the chat. Do you reflect, or do you jump right into the actual goal setting? So we got some more people drop some stuff in here. We got why procrastination, all right? The journey begins. I love it. And here's the reason why I asked, because what we have found is majority of people just jump right in, or they reflect at a very base level, not at a level where we're looking at all 6 areas of life. Right, here are the 6 areas of life, so you guys are understanding what they are. Your health, mental and physical. Personal, which is joy. Your relationships, your finances, your business, and your spirituality. Those are what makes you up as a human, right? That's what makes you up as a human. So if you're not reflecting on all those areas, then you're doing it wrong. And I'd say that because I would never ask you to take a ship and know where you want to go and set sail if there's holes in it. What's going to happen? You're going to sink. So we got to understand in order to know what we want, right? It's great, but in order to know how to get there, we got to reflect on what happened the previous year, good and bad. I'm going to give you guys 2 quick tips, and then we're going to jump into this thing. Number 1, and this one is big because I think a lot of people don't understand the power in it, right? Which is that reflection in all 6 areas. But also, here's your tip. Going into 2022, get yourself a jar, just a regular jar. And in that jar, I want you to consistently write down your wins and put it in there, or something that you're massively grateful for in that moment. And then what you'll find, right? What you'll find is that at the end of the year, you'll realize how much you actually won. And that's the best part. You'll actually find out how much you won, because sometimes we tend to forget about all the places that we won in the past year. And the reason why that's so important to the human brain is because when you could tell the mind that you won, and you create that release and you attach an emotion to that, your brain will try to find more ways to win, therefore taking better, bolder action. Okay. Number 2. Who here does a living life, or sorry, I'm about to say, who here does a bucket list? Who here, do you like the word bucket list or the phrase bucket list? Yes or no? I'll give you a second. Do you like the bucket list phrase? Yes or no? Drop it to the chat. Yes, yes, no, no, nah, yes, yes. Keep it coming. All right. So here's what I would challenge you guys to change it up to. Right, let me give you an example. So, it was probably now about 4 years ago. So my daughter was born. About 4, I went and jumped out of an airplane. Right, I went and jumped out of an airplane. People call me crazy, and that's fine. It was actually incredible. But when I was standing there, and we're as high as we were, I think it was like 16,000 feet. I don't know what it was, but we were up there. And right before we jumped out, I was nervous. I was scared. But before I jumped out, I wasn't excited because I was doing it before I die. I was excited because I was doing it to show myself and my soul that I'm living. and living the life that I want to live, right? I'm showing my soul that I am living. I don't want you to do a bucket list anymore. I want you to do the concept, but no longer let it be a bucket list. Allow it to now be your living life list. So your bucket list is now your living life list. And the reason why that's important is because when you do these things, I don't want you to say, I'm meeting this person, I'm having this experience, I'm writing this book, I'm doing this thing because I want to do it before I die. I want you to say, I'm doing this thing because it is showing myself I am living to the deepest level. So take every bucket list and now turning into a living life list. Okay, a living life list. Something small like that can change the dynamic of how you look at those things to help you want to get it done sooner. You guys with me on that? Yes or yes? Drop into the chat. You guys with me? No longer bucket list. It's now a living life list. All right. Boom. So we got those 2 quick tips today. Once again, reflect in those 6 areas before you set sail and then get your eyes on what you want. All right. And then number 2 is make sure every single thing you have on your bucket list is now transferred into your living life list. And one little side tip, one thing, minimum one thing from the living life list this year, put onto your 2022 goals. Okay. Minimum one thing needs to be on your 2022 goals. So now let's dive in to actually some conversion. Now, this is going to be the last live call of the year. So I know some of you guys have been jumping on all year, and I want to start off by saying thank you. I massively appreciate it. A lot of you guys hit me up on Instagram and give me your takeaways, and I truly, truly appreciate that. And everybody that's been on here or just maybe recently just jumped on, the most important part is the information is not the most important part, right? It's the implementation of the information. So I appreciate everybody, and I'm very, very grateful that you guys have been on these calls all year round, or even if it's your first one, second one, or third one. And I hope that we've been able to provide some value to you this year, whether it's from a live event that we've done or one of these calls. 2021 hopefully was a little bit different and better because of something on these calls that we spoke about. And so once again, just want to say I'm grateful for you guys for jumping on here, staying consistent with it, and also really owning up to everything. And what I mean by that is knowing you guys need to get better and want to get better, and owning up the training aspect of it and doing it sometimes when nobody even told you to do it. So love you guys and appreciate you guys. All right, so let's do this. I want to do some straight role playing today. Now, some of you guys have been on here before, so you know what the scripts are. Some of you guys may not. We were just in Atlanta. We had, I don't know how many dialers. I want to say about 50 dialers, but we set over 60 appointments in 1 hour of dialing. And we had a 35% contact to appointment set ratio. So from contact to appointment set, it was 33% on average. This past month, we hit about 35%. And it's because of the framework that we use, right? 4 years, 8,000 agents, it doesn't lie. So who wants to role play? If you want to role play, raise your hand. And I'm going to bring you on here. And ideally, I like to bring somebody on here that has used our scripts before. Okay, so somebody that's used our scripts before. And there's a reason for that. Obviously, I want to help everybody out, but I want to use our scripts. So if you use our scripts, raise your hand and we will role play. Give me a second. All right, let's see who we got. We got 2 people here. Boom. All right. So we got Dora. Dora, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you in 3, 2, 1. All right. Dora, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How is everything?
Very, very good.
Good. Glad to hear everything's doing well and a little better. And you are where are you located again?
In Vancouver.
Yeah, that's right. Beautiful Vancouver. All right. So have you been using our scripts?
Yes, I have.
Okay. How long or so have you been using it?
I would say for a month.
Okay. And how many times have you role played the script versus just using it while you're dialing?
I role play with myself in front of the mirror. So I would say, oh my gosh, probably 20 times.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm glad that you're doing it. Because in the end, it's, the excuse if I don't have anybody is just that, an excuse. So I'm glad that you're doing it. Make sure that you also find some people that, obviously you could do it with, because that does help. It challenges you a little bit more sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Don't stop doing it by yourself, that's for sure. But find a partner or two that's going to challenge you, and kind of give you some curveballs so that you can go ahead and be on your toes and be equipped for anything. Does that work?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So we're going to do buyer leads. Okay. And I am going to be a buyer and you are going to be the agent. So just give me a call and just know it's a safe place. It's a fun place, right? You've been on here before. So, the feedback is only, to build you up versus break you down. But give me a call and then we'll go over some pros and some cons. Sound good?
Yes, absolutely.
All
Ring,
right.
ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, this is Dora calling from Vancouver Home Search site, and I noticed you were looking at some homes in Vancouver, and I'm just curious, are you looking to move in the next 2 to 3 months, or are you just browsing?
Yeah. Right now we are just browsing.
Oh, fantastic. And you know what? That's exactly what this site is for, to just browse. So please keep using it. So what are you thinking? 2 or 3 bedrooms?
Yeah. Actually, I'm thinking about 4 bedrooms.
4 bedrooms. Oh, lovely. So what is it that you need in the 4 bedrooms? Why 4 bedrooms?
Yeah, so right now, we unfortunately have two, and we have 2 kids and one on the way. So we're what you would say a little crammed over here. So we're just looking for something like that.
How exciting. So you already have 2 kids and you have the third one on the way. What are their names, if you don't mind asking?
Yeah. So it's Aria, Brooks, and then Brixton is on the way.
So Ariane, Brooks, and what was the third one?
Brixton.
Brixton. Oh my God, how did you come up with those names?
We put them in.
Beautiful names.
Thank you. There's a few reasons for each of them, but yeah, there's definitely they're not as normal, but I'm sure soon enough they will be.
Well, it takes unique parents to have unique children. So congratulations again.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about, what do you envision in your new home? Like how do you see it in the 4 bedroom? Does it have a backyard? Where, in which neighborhood is it? Is it Vancouver East Side or West Vancouver?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know, to be honest, where in Vancouver. I'm kind of looking all over the place, and yeah, a backyard would definitely be ideal.
Now, is it important for you to have a sunny backyard, or like, because our south facing properties usually have the most sun, and they are the most desirable properties. So do you see your kids playing in the sun, like on the south side, or how do you imagine that to be?
Yeah, ideally, so we have more opportunity to be outside.
Oh, fantastic. That's really, really good. And are you looking for a quiet area or more busier area?
In the middle.
In the middle. Okay, perfect. So tell me a little bit about your dream property. Can you let me know what you see for your children? Do you want it close to schools? And if so, which schools?
Yeah, schools aren't important to us because we homeschool, so that's not as crucial to us. But we just want a place that's safe, and a backyard is needed, and definitely 4 bedrooms is huge.
4 bedroom is huge. Okay. And have you been able to talk to a mortgage broker? Do you know approximately in what price range you're looking for at?
Yeah, I'm not going to use a mortgage broker though. I'm going to pay cash.
Pay cash. Oh, good. Congratulations. So that's a really good way to approach that, because what we see nowadays is about 10 buyers to one property.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're buying cash, that will definitely give you a power to be ahead of everyone else, ahead of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been saving up, so.
So what else is important? Is there, what is prompting you to buy now?
Just with this other baby, like I said, we're crammed over here, and we want to make sure that we have, enough space for the baby and to grow.
Perfect. That's exciting. So by when do you see yourself being moved?
I guess when I see it, I'm thinking 8 months or so.
8 months or so. Oh, that's really, really good. Okay. So why don't we do this? It sounds really, really exciting. And congratulations once again for your new baby on the way. So in 8 months from now, what I recommend that we set up an appointment. So we'll go over the home buying process and we'll give you all the pros and cons of being prepared well ahead of time. And then also put you on a home search. How does that sound?
Yeah, that works. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay, fantastic. So why don't we meet tomorrow? Does tomorrow at 2 o'clock or does Wednesday at 1 work better for you?
You know, can you just like send me stuff, and if I see it, I can just let you know if I see something I like?
Oh, I absolutely can send you stuff and I love that. But before I send you stuff, can you explain to me a little bit more what you're looking for in the home? I know that you said 4 bedrooms. I know you want a backyard, but I want to make sure that I'm sending you the correct properties. So I'm not wasting your time.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, everything that we just went over, like that 4 bedrooms, definitely a backyard, something, you know, on the sunny side, and you know, just to make sure our kids could play. Those are the main things. If it has an office, that would be just icing on the cake for sure, because it definitely need one. And I'd like to have a office versus converting a room into one.
That sounds really good that you want. And if I found that 4 bedroom with a sunny backyard, I know you said you were ideally looking in 8 months to move. If I found that ideal property for you in the next month or two, would you be willing to put an offer in?
I mean, if it's the right thing, yeah, you know, definitely if it's the right thing, you know, we have time, so we're not in a rush. So it'd have to definitely check off all the boxes.
That sounds great. And if I found that property that would check off all the boxes, would you be ready to move? Do you have something to sell right
No, yeah, I mean, we don't need this to sell in order to buy.
now? Okay, fantastic. That's really good news. Okay, that sounds really good news. So I will be definitely sending you those listings that you were looking for. And so in order for you to be prepared, why don't we set an appointment? Would you be open to set an appointment and go over the details a little bit?
Yeah, like I said, you know, if I see something, then I can just let you know, and then we can set an appointment. Is that okay?
If you see something like within the search criteria that I'm sending you in, is that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, well, that sounds great. I'll be following up to make sure, and also I'll be looking for you on a daily basis. And if I think that I found the ideal property, is that okay if I touch base again with you?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely go ahead and just and reach out if you see something, and then I'll definitely do the same.
Okay, lovely. Sounds great. Well, it was really lovely speaking with you, and I'm very excited to helping you with your next home purchase. And we'll be in touch.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome job, Dora. Good job. You did very good. So you know, there's a few things that I'd like to go ahead and point out, but the first big thing is that you stood up here and you did that, right? Like that's awesome. I can tell you've been practicing, because the biggest thing I'll tell you is like the two things right out the gate is this. One, your energy is awesome. So you got great energy, which is something that's a must when you're looking to attract people to want to work with you, right? So your energy is good. Keep that going. Number two is your opening line was awesome. It's exactly the opening line that we use, right? So you've been practicing the opening line. I could tell. The only small difference is if you feel good saying 2 to 3 months, that's fine. I just say few months. You looking to make a move in the next few months, or are we just browsing? But if you
Few
2 to
months,
3 months,
okay.
yeah. But if it feels better for you, Dora, to say 2 to 3 months, then keep that. You know what I mean? That's not the game changer. The game changer is everything else you did that was great and ended on just browsing. So kudos to you for that. That is huge. Now here's a few other things. One is you kept pushing me to set the appointment, which I'm proud of you, right? Like continue to go ahead and ask for the appointment. Do you know? Well, not do you know, because you know, but I said, you know, we got kids on the way. You extracted information really good and built a conversation, right? Oh, mind ask me, mind telling me what their names are? Oh, that's amazing, right? And so you extracted information like we talk about, you built a conversation, but then you left, right? You left a little bit. And what I mean is after I said I got 2 bedrooms and I got kids, you did a great job extracting it. But then I would have came back in and be like, man, so okay, so what would that do for you and a family to have that extra space in the extra bedrooms? That's the game changer. When you said we would stop being all over on top of each other, maybe my kids would stop fighting. And it'd be good to have their own space so they could kind of, make it their own and see what that looks like. That's the part you missed. That would have been a game changer.
So what would it do for you having that extra space and those extra bedrooms?
Yeah, exactly. Right. And dig the knife in a little bit about, man, only 2 bedrooms and you have 2 kids already. I cannot imagine. Right. Like dig that knife in, because people only make decisions off of what? Pain or pleasure. So I want to dig the knife in for that pain a little bit and then jump to the pleasure side. It's like, all right, well, when we get you these 4 bedrooms, tell me, like, what would that mean and do for your family? So you dig it, right? You dig it, and then you come into pleasure. It's like, it had to be great to do X, Y, and Z. So now we got that goes way deeper. That's way more powerful. Then the other thing you went into is you're like, hey, do you want a backyard? Oh yeah, that's right. You said, do you want a backyard? Or do you want to be in this area, that area? You asked me several questions in one statement, right? In one sentence.
Got it.
So keep it one question at a time, because confused minds don't take action, right? So it's like, hey, do you guys want a backyard or no backyard? Backyard. And then I stay there. So let me ask you, why do I want a backyard? Because I said it a few times. You didn't
because
ask.
of your kids.
Yeah, but do you know that? Or are you guessing?
Probably guessing because you could have wanted for like a barbecue space.
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. And then no matter what it was, then you get the opportunity to paint the picture. So what I would highly suggest is slowing down, right? You did great. Go a little bit deeper when they say how many bedrooms, and then keep it, hey, you're looking for a backyard or no backyard? Backyard. Then stay there. Interesting. So what would you do with that backyard? Oh, I do this, that, and the next thing. Do you have one now? No, we don't have one. We actually live in a condo. Man, okay. So I could see why that'd be a huge want for you and your family to build some memories. That makes sense. Right? So know their current situation to bring more pain. You with me on that?
100%.
I love it. Perfect. And then you could say, so what area are you thinking? Like you want more sun or not more sun? And you did a great job. Like once we started talking about the area, right? Like you started doing a really good job. It's just one at a time. Dive deep, what I call stay in the pocket. Is there anything there? Get emotion out of that what. Remember, it's 3 whys for every what. Get emotion out of it and then move on. Then the other thing is you ask, hey, did you talk to a mortgage lender, right? You talk to anybody about financing. And now it's not always going to happen, but unfortunately, Dora, some people have a high ego, so you pay cash or even finance doesn't make a difference. And if you say you talk to a mortgage guy and I'm like, no, I pay cash, you might insult them.
Yeah.
Right. And now,
Okay.
once again, like for me, that wouldn't insult me, but at the same time, it might insult somebody. We've had it happen plenty of times to understand that. So it's always, are you paying cash or financing? Right? You paying cash or financing? Oh,
Okay. Do you pay cash or financing? Okay.
Yep.
Do you pay cash or financing? Actually, I had 2 people insulted this week because I didn't know how else to ask it. Do you pay cash or financing? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. That's funny, right? Now you saw the landmine you stepped on. Isn't it crazy how people get a little ego hurt when you put the financing aspect in front of it? But I'm just trying to help Dora not stand on and step on any of those landmines. You know what I mean? So the other 2 quick things is, what do I do for a living?
Is that you actually would ask that?
Well, yeah, because I said I need an office, right? Remember, I was like, man, I would love to have an office. I'd rather not convert a room. And then you kind of just went over it. if someone says they need an office, you ask these questions. Oh, okay, so you need an office. Tell me, do you work from home a lot? What do you do for a living? Build a conversation, talk about their occupation, and then come back in. So ask them, so do you currently have an office now? No, my office is in my living room with the kids watching Blue's Clues in the background. That's my that's my office right now. So it's like, oh, okay. So so what would that allow you to do? Being able to have your own space. Well, I could work from home, which means I can help my wife with a newborn a little bit more. I could see my kids more often because I don't have the travel time. You see how there's a lot of value in asking those questions?
Huge.
So it's just asking, so you said an office, what do you do? Build the conversation around it. The big one is, what's your office look like currently? Oh, I don't have one. Man, okay. So tell me a little bit more about, how that would look and kind of what that would do for you in order to have an office. Okay.
Mhm.
And then my last thing is you kept pushing for the appointment. I'm so glad. I still want a follow-up appointment. Because when I see something or when you see something to reach out, that's not scalable and probably won't ever happen, right? Like you may reach out to them, but for them to pick up the phone is going to be very small chances. So no matter what, I want to get in front of them. So what I would have done is this. So that I push back. Hey, when you see something, here's a route you guys could go. Okay. When I say, can you just send me something? You say, hey, look, I totally can send you something. But I got to ask a few questions. I promise you I'm going somewhere with it. Do you think this is one of the biggest transactions of your life? Right? You would say, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So do we. And so let's just say, and once again, I'm going somewhere with this. This is how I'm presenting it, guys. Let's just say that you had to go to court for something crazy. Would you want to meet your lawyer day of or prior?
Prior, obviously.
Prior, right? And once again, the last weird question, why prior? Well, for their strategy, you want to make sure I'm not going to jail. Then I turn around and say, that's exactly why we want to meet you first. During this biggest transaction, we want to make sure that you got the right person with the right strategy for the right time. That gives you the utmost confidence that you got that person that's going to fight for you and win the battles for your interests. Is that fair?
Yes.
And then boom. So that's why we want to meet. And so that's the way you can go. And presenting it like, no, this is a weird question, is very easy to take like the awkwardness out of that question, because it could be, right? But it's called a logical close. That's what it's called, and a logical analogy. And people are always they're gonna follow it, they're gonna understand it. And then the other thing is if you feel awkward doing that still, then say, hey, look, I could totally send you stuff left and right. But the problem comes down to, if I just send you stuff left and right, you may waste way more time looking at it than if we had a dialed in understanding and strategy. So why don't we do this, Dora? Let's just take 10, 15 minutes. I just want to make sure you understand our strategy. We understand a little bit more about you and the reason why. And then this way we can go ahead, and when we do see something off market or whatever it might be, we could bring it to your attention knowing this is exactly what you're looking for. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Boom. All right. But all in all, Dora, like, it was like, I'm telling you, it was very good. The opening line was solid. The energy was good. You asked for the business. It's these small little things about staying focused in the pocket. What does that mean for your family? Getting a little bit more curious about me, right? The relationship's what we need to build. When we could facilitate the conversation that builds a relationship, the byproduct becomes the set appointment. That's the byproduct. Right? When you facilitate the conversation, the conversion is the byproduct. Any questions for me? Otherwise, I mean, it was awesome. Like I said, I'm proud of you. You did very good. What questions do you have for me?
What question I have for you is, I want to ideally try one of the questions one more time and to really dig deep in it.
What was that? One more time. I'm sorry.
One of the questions one more time. Like, for example, can I practice just one objection one more time?
Yeah. Which one?
Any one of them. You just, okay, how about the office? No, why are you looking for an office? So can you please tell me, are you working from home, or why do you need the office?
Yep. So, and what I want to do, Dora, I'm going to pull it back. I want to make it really simple, right? So I'm going to role play with you really quick, and then you're going to reverse and role play with me. Does that work?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So you tell me that, hey, look, if I can get an office, that'd be great. Go ahead.
Hey, if I can get an office, that would be great.
Okay. Awesome. So, do you currently not have an office, Dora?
No, actually, I live in a 1 bedroom right now, and I do really need that office space.
Man. Okay. So, tell me, like, obviously an office is important to you. What would that mean for you in order to get an office? Like, how would that play into your lifestyle?
Oh my God, that then I could have people, friends over more, and I could just lock the office door and I wouldn't have to worry about seeing the office all day long.
Hmm.
It would be more separate.
Let me ask you, only because I've had this happen to me before. It's like every time you're in your office and you're trying to hang out with friends or whatever, you always are thinking about the stuff that you didn't get done that you need to get done that stresses you out. Is that fair to say?
Oh my God, that is so true.
It happens to me. Say, I didn't even ask. So, what do you do for a living?
I'm a real estate agent.
Oh, that's awesome. How long have you been doing it for?
Nearly 20 years.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So, have you seen a big shift in everything going on? Right. I'm gonna freeze
Yes.
there, but I'm building a conversation. Right. Then
Yeah.
I come back in. Okay. So we get you the extra, the extra space. So you have an office, giving you a little bit more ability to have some freedom. Right. I'm gonna recap kind of what we just talked about. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
All right. So now I'm gonna tell you I need an office, and then you go ahead and you role play back to me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I really need extra space for an office.
Oh, how exciting. Okay. Oh God, no, I froze
Okay.
up.
It's okay. It's okay. And you can be very simple. Okay, awesome. So real curious, what do you do for a living? You can go that route.
Okay,
Right?
awesome. Okay, awesome. Curious, what are you doing for a living?
Right now I'm an engineer.
You are an engineer. Exciting. Actually, my cousin is studying for engineering.
That's awesome. It's a process.
It is a process, absolutely. And how long have you been an engineer, if you don't mind me asking?
12 years.
Wow. And how do you like it?
Got its ups and its downs. That's for sure.
And is that what you need the office for? Is to do your, are you working from home as an
No,
engineer?
I am when I can, but it's kind of difficult because we don't have the space right now.
You don't have the space right now. Okay. No, I want you to imagine that you had this space. What would you be doing in that office with that extra office space?
I'll be able to just get more work done because I'm not going to be traveling an hour into work, and that's huge for me.
Oh my gosh, an hour every day?
At least 4 days a week.
Oh my God, that's like 40, that's like 4 hours a week.
Yeah, it's a little more than that because it's 1 hour each way, right? So it's 2 hours a day. So you're looking at 8 hours a week.
Oh my goodness. What would you do with that extra time? With
Um,
the,
I'm probably hang out with my kids since I'm kind of missing a lot of that.
oh, cool. That is so exciting. Like, what would you do with the kids?
I would probably be able to go to their, gymnastics and be able to help them out with their homework, and just have some more playtime with them.
Nice, nice. That is so cool. And I can only imagine how much the kids would appreciate it. Now, when is it that you would like to save these 8 hours a day and really spend it with the time? If I found you a property that would help you be close to your family and would really help you to save those 8 hours a day, how would it be health-wise to you as a person as well?
All right, so I'm gonna stop there. I
Yeah.
love the route you're going. Okay, I love it because that you've been on these calls before because we talked about how to break it down, right, and get that. Hey, 8 hours, man. What would you do with that time? And really dialing in. Here's what I would say to that. A few quick tips. One is when I talked about an engineer or whatever, it's very simple. Okay, so do you have an office now? Yes, no, whatever the case is. All right. So what would that mean for you to be able to have an office? I want to go to work as much and I can be home. Okay, interesting. So you said an hour. And then I always like to say, look, I'm not the best at math. So it's an hour one way or both ways? One way. Man. Okay. And so how many days a week are you going to work? 4. All right. So an hour one way, which means 2 hours a day, 40. So 8 hours, right? I'm adding it up with them. Right. So you get 8 hours back in your week, and then do exactly what you did. And what would you do with that time? And then when I talked about the kids, right, then it comes down to this. As soon as they give you that real deep meaning of what they do at that time, very simple. Hey, look, I obviously want to get you a place that has the office, but in reality, what I want to do is get you that 8 hours back in your week so that you can spend your time with your kids, be there to help them with their homework, watch them in their sports, and have that playtime you're missing out on. Is that fair?
Brilliant.
And that right there, boom, close them, right? Set the appointment. That's
Got it.
an extreme high. You did a great job navigating, Dora, going that route. The only thing I wanted you to do is slow it down 1 hour. Okay. Because you kept saying 8 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't, it's 8 hours a week. But that's because you're like trying to go fast with it. And I want you to just 1 hour. Man, is that one way or both ways? It's one way. Wow. 2 hours a day. How many days a week? 4. Like, I'm not good at math, but I think that's eight hours. What would you do with that time? And then do exactly what you did, and then close them with the heartfelt, empathetic, like, look, I want to get you a house, but what I really want to get you is that time back to build memories with your family. Is that fair?
Brilliant.
Boom. Okay.
Where
And
can we find this recording?
this recording, I will have to, if you reach out to your success partner, or your account manager, over at CINC, they usually upload them about 24 hours afterwards. Also, if you want to shoot me a message, I might be able to pull it and just send it to you. So hit me up in Instagram. I could probably just send you the send you the recording, but it should be ready and uploaded in 24 hours. On my end, I wouldn't be able to send it to you for 24 hours anyway, because it has to take time to process.
Yeah.
But yeah, reach out to me if you don't see it, but it should be in the support area or the help desk.
What will it be titled as conversion?
Yeah, it should just be like the normal role play in conversion, and then dated with today's date.
Perfect.
All right. Any other questions?
No.
Well, you did awesome. Be proud of yourself. The jumping on here and role playing, it is paying off, and it's only going to get better the more you do it. So way to go. I'm very, very, very proud of you. You did a phenomenal job. Those small tweaks, those small, what I call hinges, are going to open up some big doors for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right. So I'm curious in the chat. You guys sat there and you listened to the role play. Her and I kind of went back and forth. I did some stuff on the agent side as well. What takeaways do you have, or questions do you have? Let's see, takeaways or questions. I know some people wrote in here as we're going through. All right. So a few questions. Do you recommend leaving a voicemail? No, Michelle, I do not. It's hard not to. I know. Sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna leave a voicemail. I'm over here in Destin, Florida, by the way. So if anybody has any deals that are coming on a Panhandle, that anybody needs an agent, reach out to me. We'll take care of you over here in Destin, Santa Rosa Beach, Panama City. Reach out to me on Instagram. We'll make it happen. But sometimes I get the leads and I'm like, I just leave a message. So I have to fight myself, and I know what the numbers are. Don't leave a message because they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you right now. Leave a message, they're going to block your number, or at least see it coming and never get a chance to actually build a relationship. Let's see. Why would they get offended by that question? I don't know what question you're talking about. My thought is the question about the court case. I wouldn't say that they get offended, but it's like, you're going to ask a silly question. You could preface it of like, I'm gonna ask you a silly question. I promise you I'm going somewhere. So not necessarily offended, but more like it's a funny type of question because it's very logical. And some people feel weird about doing it. Katie says, I asked, are you coming to the table with cash, or will you finance this home? With the market moving so quickly these days, we just want to make sure we're prepared to make an offer if we love a home. I've had good luck with saying it just to share. Love it, Katie. Absolutely. Right. So it's the same thing. You're paying cash or financing. But she does, hey, you mean cash? Are you coming to the table with cash, or you be financing and going from there? So yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure if you say the other way around, unfortunately, if you say you'll be financing or paying cash, those who pay cash will get a little hurt from it. Saba says dig deep. Yes. Oh, gotcha. The question was about financing. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like people have egos, right? I mean, I've had one for a really long time. We all have a little bit of one. And where if you tell somebody who's paying cash and you say, hey, you financing, or you talk to a lender, they're gonna get irritated because they're on a different pedestal. It's just the way it is. Not saying it's fair, not saying it's true, just saying the way it is. I'm in Stewart, Florida. I used to live in Stewart. Well, lived in Port St. Lucie at like Stewart, Jensen Beach area back in the day for about 2 years, where I ran a sales and marketing firm out there. Ready to get a copy of your scripts? Got to come to one of our sessions, one of our live sessions, and you can get a copy of it. But we do have like a little breakdown of it as well. So if you hit me up on Instagram, Real John Marone, I could send it to you. Real John Marone, or my email, john.marone@cincpro.com. So realjohnmarone.com or email john.marone@cincpro.com. Let you know there are some fakes. Another fake person, the real John Marone, is out there. Just got hit up again. Let's see. My CINC advisor advised to leave a message saying, this is Michelle. Sorry, I missed you. I'll try and reach out at a time. Don't say that. Michelle, yes, please don't say that. Yeah. Not sure why don't leave a voicemail, especially that. Think about it, right? If the person doesn't know, like, or trust you, and they think of you as a used car salesman, not true, but that's concern of mine. And you say, sorry, I missed you. I tried a better time. They're like, nope, not answering his phone. Right. So you want to make sure that you give your opportunity to be able to get in the door. Right. So the best opportunity is not leaving voicemails. Yeah. Extract information and build a conversation. So Blake, the way it goes, man, I love that you said that, is what question followed by why question, extract information, build a conversation, come back in, ask another why question. I really like hey, I promise I'm going somewhere. Right? Like that's huge. Like to me, when we talk about having a conversation with people, it can be weird when you ask some of these deep-rooted questions or these, what we call these logical closes. And you know, when I look at it and I hear it, I want to make sure that it's a fun conversation. So if the person feels a little uneasy of why you're asking that question, it's not going to be able to build a rapport. So you come in with, look, I promise, and have fun with it. Like, I'm going somewhere with this. There's logic to this question I'm about to ask you. And then you go into, would you want to hire or see your lawyer day of or prior? Jason, you can hit me up, brother. We could chat. All right. What other questions do we have? Let's see what I got here. John says, hey, I'm new to the call from Florida. Great call. Question, where do you get your script? Same one as you asked before, right, John? So I just saw this one come up to the Q&A, brother. Yeah, so if you're over in Stewart, I would come to one of our trainings for sure. Reach out to me on IG and I can send you kind of our one-sheeter, as we call it. Let's see. She wanted to meet and hit a wall. How to get out of that? So the reason why that she hit a wall when wanted to meet is because she didn't dig deep enough. Here's the two things you got to look at, guys. We got to look at the understanding of when we're trying to, I hate saying the word close, but close people, set the appointment, it's on pain or pleasure. So she didn't have enough pain or pleasure. And how do we get out of that? You ask better questions to get better results on the front end. Right? You dig a little bit more on the front end so you can go ahead and get the answers to your questions. Does that make sense? We got 10 minutes here, guys. So I'm going to keep taking questions. Anything you have, right? Whether it's scripting related, whether it's mindset related, productivity related. Let's use this time. Let's use this time wisely. Last call of the year. I want you guys to go ahead and drop any questions whatsoever. I want to answer them for you. Think of this as just a Q&A, and where we can help you up-level your life in all areas. She was there already. She didn't dig deep enough. Right? She didn't dig deep enough, so she wasn't there. And then the way to come around it too is this very simple close. You guys ready? If they're pushing back, here you go. Look, I get it. I just want to make sure you got the right person with the right strategy for the right time. Does that make sense? right? Right person, right strategy for the right time. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, awesome. So that's a huge closer use. Getting confused with all lead sources and what they want to say. For example, Zillow wants us to claim to meet clients, can't seem to lie quite well and just makes me feel like clickbait. Hold on. For example, Zillow wants us to meet clients whether that home is available or not. Okay, so I'm not going to speak to that, Angela, as far as what they want you to do. Here's what I will tell you to do though. If you get a lead that's coming in on a specific property, 123 Main Street, and it's coming through a Zillow or something, and that house is available. Don't set the appointment if the house isn't available. Don't do that. No, that's don't do that. I'm gonna give you a way around it, but hold on. So 123 Main Street. Hey, look, awesome. Yeah, we could definitely show you 123 Main Street. Let's get a time here. What's better for you, Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday. What time did it? Get the time, get it, set the appointment. Then I stop and say, all right, look, I want to make sure that we go to the house, we understand everything you're looking for. So I could point some stuff out to you. Also, there might be some other options that are out there that will be coming on the market soon that might check off all your boxes. So tell me a little bit more. What did you love about 123 Main Street? You know, it had a backyard, it had that extra space, an extra bedroom, had this, had that. And then I stop and I go right into the script. Awesome. So the backyard is important to you. Tell me, why is it important for you? And then go right into it. All right. So I'm always setting the appointment and then going into their what's and their whys to bring more value to the meeting. Does that work, Angela? I am busy. Can I call you later as an objection? So you say, yeah, look, I totally get it. You definitely give me a call later, but it's only going to take 2 minutes. I was just calling to see you know, a little bit more about your search. Were you looking to make a move in the next few months or just browsing? Go right back into it. No, John, I'm really busy. All right, look, I don't tell you again, I don't want to make sure. I want to make sure that the next time we connect, that we actually have something scheduled, because I hate to keep bothering you when you're busy. I know that obviously that could be a distraction. So when do you think is a better time to give you a call back? Tomorrow. But then don't stop there. Okay, so tomorrow evening or morning? Evening. Okay, what time? Like 5 or 6? 6. All right, so I'm gonna call you tomorrow at 6. Do you have a calendar invite? Yeah, or sorry, do you run your day off a calendar? Yes. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to send you this calendar invite. Go ahead and if you can click yes for me, just so it pops up in your calendar. Is that okay? That's okay. Perfect. All right. So tomorrow we'll talk at 6 o'clock and I just set the calendar invite. So I want to set a phone appointment and send a calendar invite for anything afterwards. Does that help, Saba? How do you email someone with a bad phone number? There should be a bad phone number drip campaign, Donna, in your dashboard. No, that's the wrong spelling, Tiffany. It's my last name is Marrone. Marrone. That's close though. All right, guys, we got about 5 minutes. Let's go. Any questions you have? Drop it into the chat. This is your time to get any questions answered, whether it's script related, mindset related, or maybe it's, you know, relationship related. Valuation. So if you're calling on valuation, it's the opening line and goes as follow. Hey, this is John with the home valuation site that you were taking a look at. I'm just curious, did you get the valuation of your house? No, I didn't. Okay, well, look, I'm glad we're talking. Even if you did get it, it may not be exactly accurate. So we can definitely get that for you. But real quick, what was the whole point of you getting the valuation on the first hand? Right. So always go to, I can get it for you, but I want to make sure that I got everything for you. So why were we looking for the valuation in the first place? And then there's always, we can go from there. Not gonna lie, there's objections that we need to handle and stuff like that, but that's the opening line. Someone said, just confirm an IG is real John Marrone. Yes, Janine, real John Marrone. Like I said, be careful. There's some fakes out there. Unfortunately, if you get a message that says, hey, are you trading? Or something about Forex or Bitcoin or trading, it is not from me. Okay. It's not for me. Just remember. Kurt Johnson, my man, says, I have a brother, sister, cousin that is an agent. So here's what you do for that. I love this one. I don't like getting it, but I know a lot of people get it. So they say, hey, look, you know, I have a cousin that's an agent. and say, oh, look, that's amazing. Can I ask you something? And it's only because, we've seen this happen before. Yeah, what's that? So if the deal were to go south, right? If the deal were to go south, something were to happen, and there would be friction in the relationship. How do you think that would go? How do you think that'd be? Well, I wouldn't want that. Okay, look, and that's exactly why we created our referral network. And so we have a way for your cousin to go ahead and get paid on this deal and not have any chances of the friction in relationship in case something were to happen. Do you want to hear about that? Yeah, sure. All right, perfect. So real simple. Your cousin will get a 25% referral fee, 30%, whatever you guys want to give out. And from there, they get their time back to go ahead and close more deals. You guys get to save your relationship, right? Just in case anything were to happen. They get in our referral network. But like I said, relationships over transactions, that would stay intact. Does that work? You want to have a conversation about kind of around that in our strategy to help you? So I simply say, hey, look, I got to ask you a question, only because it's happened so many times. If the deal were to go south in that transaction, how do you think your relationship would hold up? And the reason why I ask is, once again, we see it happen often. And because of that, we have a program we created to where your cousin still gets paid, but your relationship still stays intact. Do you want to hear about it? And then you break it down to them. Does that help, Kurt? Perfect. Boom. Hey, where do I get these scripts? I missed exactly what you said. Cassandra, yeah, the best way to do it is you could come to one of our live events. You'll get the whole script book. You also get the training on how to use it. We don't give out the scripts, guys. Here's the reason why. I can give you a script all day. You can go to any coach you want in the world. You can go to any YouTube channel that's in real estate that has scripts. They can give you the scripts. It's not about the scripts. It's the training on how the framework actually is best in the industry, right? It's a training on why these scripts work best. It's how to say it, right? When you say it, right? It's not just the words on a script, but it's the training around the mindset and skill set shifts that make it work so well. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's see. Sherry says, I struggle with saying, how can I help you, or look forward to helping you? I don't like the word help. What should I say instead? I mean, where are you using it, right, Sherry? I wouldn't use the word, I wouldn't say, how can I help you? Because they don't think you could help them, right? They think that, unfortunately, you're a used car salesman, right? You don't have value yet. So I never ask somebody how I could help them if I don't have value yet. Now, at the end of it, and we built the value, then it's like, I look forward to helping and serving you. So at the end, absolutely say it. But in the beginning, don't say it. Correct. Do not say that, because you can't help somebody that doesn't see value in you. Is that fair, Sherry? Does that make sense? Let's see. We just signed up for the Vegas event. I should be there. We have a baby due January 15th. So we shall see. I should be there, but no matter if I'm there or someone else is there, you are going to have phenomenal training in Vegas for sure. How do we sign up? I'll put that in here for you. So if anybody's looking to go ahead and sign up, we are going on what we call our world tour. And we are coming to a city near you for our training. I'm going to put this in here. Okay, there you go. Find a city near you and definitely come. Also, if anybody in here, I'm gonna drop a link in here. If anybody in here is doing over 50 transactions, we have a mastermind in Tahoe in March. And we have two different groups, people doing like 50 transactions to 175. And then our upper group, which is doing anywhere 176 plus. The average team on that one is doing about 600 transactions. So if you can, and if you qualify, I would highly suggest you come hang out with us in Tahoe. Click that link and sign up for Mastermind. The seats will fill up. It's our only Mastermind we're having this year outside of our summit. So please, 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 if you're looking to come to a higher level, open the doors of your business, then please come to Mastermind. Will we be in Hawaii? We have not set a date in Hawaii yet, but I'd like to come to Hawaii. If we have enough people there, and I could probably convince CINC to send us. So tell me how many people you have, and we will go ahead and throw it their way to see if we can come out there. There's a chance, though. There's a chance. How many people can you get there? Yeah, Kurt, reach out to me, but hit me up on Instagram and we could jam on it. Because we could do one-off where we just come just to your office, or we could possibly, if there's not enough people that's not in your office, just do a whole event out there. All right, guys. So here's what I want. I want you guys to go ahead and in the chat, we got 2 minutes. I want you in the chat. If you've been on this call just today, or maybe every single time we do this, tell me what some of your takeaways have been this year from these calls. Give me some of your takeaways. I just want to take a few minutes to read some of them. So in the chat, what have been some of your takeaways this year? If this is your first call, that's fine. From these conversion calls. That I'm barely scratching the surface. I love it. Let's see. Dig more into my questioning. Look, your quality of life is directly proportionate to the quality of questions you ask your clients. Absolutely. Make connection. Yes, connection over commission. Commission's a byproduct to connection. Ask better questions and listen to the answers. Listen to understand, don't listen to respond. Mindset switch, consistency pays off. What's up, Brenda? Keep it simple. Listen, curiosity, relationships, keep digging deep. Very fantastic, teaching me the ways. Love it. Let's see, anything else? Any other takeaways? Energy, yes. I'm a little low on energy today. My dog we put a pool in the backyard, and so I can't let her out in the backyard. She'll fall in. And so I was up for like 3 hours in the middle of the night with her. But yes, wind jar. Let's see. Perfect. All right, guys. So here's what I want you guys to do. Focus, follow one course until successful. I love that, Katie. Yes. Here's what I want you guys to do. Please, if you've had any kind of big takeaways, reach out to me and let me know. I just love to hear the stories and, the takeaways then create, these breakthroughs that help you change your action then changes your result then changes your belief system. And that's what I hope to always try to do, is change your belief system to know that you don't always need to see the net to appear before you actually jump, right? Like the belief system is not in the results. It's not. Unfortunately, that's the way the world thinks it works, but the belief system starts. The results are the byproduct of that. So I appreciate everybody jumping on here. I really hope everybody has an amazing holiday. Love on the people near you. And make sure you just take some time off to reflect on the year and get ready to dominate 2022. Claim it, own it. Make 2022 the best year ever. But before you do that, end 2021 the best you can end it. However that looks for you, end 2021 the best way you can end 2021. So happy holidays. Everybody enjoy the next few weeks. Please reach out. If you need anything, reach out. We're here to help serve you at the highest level we can. So we love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing holiday. And hopefully I'll see you guys next year at a live event. If not, I'll see you guys next year on the next conversion call. Thank you.